have we done? What have we done to deserve this? Enough is enough.
A lot of gender-based violence is perpetrated within the family. So actors needs to be working together in partnerships, and this is where we are, as Development Cooperation, trying to provide the support in addressing the issue, not only financially. By the way, ongoing we have an amount of 1 billion shillings of initiatives on women entrepreneurships and having the women playing a major role into society. But apart from the financial support, you need to have also institutional support in terms of providing technical assistance, supporting the institutions in putting in place whatever is needed in order to address the issue and to handle it and to prevent it.
I'm in this program, moderating in this program, and this program specifically is touching on issues to do with gender-based violence, which has been a very big problem to our athletes. So there has been a very big concern from the World Athletics, which we are an affiliate of, and also Athletics Kenya, because our athletes are running well. Those who have run well, they associate well, and then later on it becomes a problem once they have gotten to the limelight in terms of getting big monies and all these things. So I think we started to go around in the year 2021 to look at the issues that were affecting the athletes. But we were alone as Athletics Kenya, but we appreciate the fact that now the government is very concerned, so we are coming together to be able to visit athletes and listen to them, to tell us what are these which are making them to kill one another, to have issues with their finances and all this. So we are here courtesy of that with the national government affirmative action to be able to look at the issues that are affecting athletes so that the government can take up and see what are the solutions or what are the quick fix that they can be able to put in place to be able to sort out this issue. Financial management is another issue, investment is another issue, even conversion of dollars to Kenya shillings is another issue when you're literate. So maybe the husband is not a runner, but he is a bit knowledgeable, so he can take advantage of the illiteracy of the lady in terms of investments, that now the lady trains and run, but the husband is doing the projects. And if the lady realizes that there is a bit of there is no truth in the investment, maybe you're saying you build a house of 10 million, and when you look at the house, it doesn't look like that. So out of this, if the lady questions the man, they don't want to be questioned. So they turn and become aggressive and become furious and all that. And this is what again leads to. So illiteracy in terms of finance management is a very, very critical pillar. Is what is giving all these issues which are happening also. It's a contributing factor to this kind of problem. We want to appreciate the national government affirmative action for bringing in Equity Bank. And also we have engaged with cooperative banks and other banks in other forums. But for this forum, Equity Bank has come in handy to be able to take athletes through financial literacy and management. So I think that will, together with all these factors of safeguarding and teaching athletes on how they are the values, how to go back to the values which it is embedded in our constitution. Together now, they can have knowledge on how to manage their property, how to invest by financial literacy, and also going up to the values will bring back the society to the way it is supposed to be.
Maybe a word of advice for the athletes, especially about
what we would like to advise athletes is that, number one, to put God ahead. It has sounded very well from the athletes themselves. We were in Machakos, Ngong, Kapsabet, Kericho, to put God first. The fear of God covers all these things, because out of that there is love, there is unity, and there is that godly cohesion in the family. So we would like athletes to, first of all, move to church, and then number two, to understand one another. Understanding one another, to talk. We want them to speak out, because if they keep quiet, that is why we are finding people have been killed or they have died. But if they speak out, there is intervention. We have got intervention processes in Athletics Kenya. In the national government now, they have given a number. When you have a problem, you can call. So out of all this, we would like to advise athletes not to keep quiet, not to take the law in their hands, but to speak, to confide to other people who can be able to talk to them, talk to counselors, talk to pastors, talk to the church in general. And I think all this can be able to be reduced.
It is for all of us to rise up. It is not the women alone. And there's always this saying, a man can speak to a man and they hear each other. And a woman can speak to a woman and they hear each other. It is very difficult for me to go and tell a man, stand up for me. But it's easier for a man to go and tell the other man, let's stop this, let's stand up and ensure we end this. So that is what we are saying. Men, stand up and speak to each other. Encourage each other to end violence and hold the women as we go along.
All right,
I'm standing up.
Oh, he for she, yes.
Probably also you can tell us as we close what success would look like from you as a partner in this. What at the end of it, what success would look like for you?
You were saying before, let's hope that next year we're not going to be here, etc., etc. Talking about the same things. I can tell you we will, because it is important that we will continue to talk about these things. The important thing is that we will talk about it, measuring the progresses that have been made. But the level of attention on this theme should not be lowered. So next year, I hope that you will be continuing to have this type of awareness at the national level, because it is crucial. It is fundamental. We were talking about men talking to a man. I can tell you as a man, this is exactly what I would like to do through this message today, is let's stop these practices.
Gender-based violence. Thank you so much for ending it on such a high note, and also suggesting that let's talk about it, but let's have a progressive conversation that shows growth, that shows the steps we have taken to address the issues of GBV. Let's not talk about the same things the same way and be in the same state. Let's move on. And this will only happen if we do it and get it right. And that's what we have been talking about, how to get it right when it comes to addressing matters gender-based violence. I've been having this conversation from my far right, Giovanni Grandi, head office, Italian Agency for Development Corporation. Also with us this morning was Viridiana Wasike, Director Fund Management at NGAAF. Asante sana. Thank you so much for creating time. That's how we end it right here on Daybreak. We really appreciate your time and company. My name is Safina Chengoma. Have a lovely day ahead.